Many of the members of the Orthodox community are strong supporters of NCSY, and they are good friends of mine as well. In addition, I have observed that those people in the community that are supportive of NCSY activities and sensitive to the great mission that NCSY performs are often involved with many other community activities as well. Those are the type of people who see the big picture and recognize the importance of being involved with all the critical infrastructure elements of a Jewish community.
Tonight we have the distinct privilege of honoring Dr. Allan Jacob, and it really is an honor, not so much that we're honoring him as much as honoring Ben Zakkai, NCSY, and the Orthodox Union. We are so fortunate to have Dr. Jacob part of our board of directors at the Orthodox Union, as well as an incredible source of guidance and inspiration. He is the prototype of the type of layperson that we aspire to all be, and the commitment to the community, to Klal Yisrael, both in Florida and across the United States, is truly exceptional and exemplary. His role not only as a community activist, but as a family man with enormous commitment to his family and to Torah study and teaching. So thank you, Dr. Jacob. Thank you to your family, and chazak ve'ematz for many, many years in good health.
First met Allan Jacob at an NCSY National Convention. I would guess it was 65 or 66. Intense, bright, soft-spoken, Atlantic Seaboard NCSYer. Even then, he was marked for greatness. He had an attention to detail. He had a passion and a love for what NCSY was doing. A world-famous physician, an innovator in the field of medicine, but ended up being a Rebbe. Over 20 years, has diligently taught in one of the finest yeshiva high schools in Miami. If you put it all together, I think Allan Jacob has achieved, has punched just about every button, a vital link in the chain that goes back to Har Sinai.
Allan Jacob is probably the closest thing to a Renaissance man that I can imagine. The driving force behind the advocacy efforts that we are currently engaged in Florida to help bring local, state-level funding to yeshivot and day schools. It's an absolute privilege to be able to work with Allan, and I'm enormously jealous of his capacity to wear all of the hats that he wears, engage in all of the enormously important communal activity that he engages in, and still find the time to learn, to study, to teach, and to be a consummate mensch.
Dr. Jacob is an activist, a visionary, an idealist. Much of the growth of the Miami Torah community rests on his shoulders. Dr. Jacob, Allan, it's a real privilege to call you a friend, and I want to thank you for all of your leadership, guidance, support, both in the yeshiva and on a personal level. Look forward to it continuing for many years to come. Mazel tov.
He's a visionary, plain and simple. He spots problems before anybody realizes that there's a problem. And he figures out the solution, and generally, he is part of the solution. So what he has done in South Florida in the Step Up for Students program is just, who even knew what Step Up for Students was? Allan's foresight about that type of a foundation, which who ever heard of that before? We're talking going back to the 90s. But again, this is instrumental of Allan's foresight and understanding the needs of the community and different ways of meeting those needs in a very dignified and respectful manner.
I am honored to have been chosen to become a member of the Ben Zakkai. Those who hold this title are people in the community who have accomplished, are committed, dedicated, and serious. It is an honor to be counted amongst that group.